Nzinga was born into royalty, but not into love. From childhood, her brother Ngola Mbandi despised her not because she was weak, but because she was not. She was quick with the spear, sharp with her tongue, and wise beyond her years. Where he saw threats, she saw solutions. Where he craved wine, she craved knowledge. When their father died, Ngola Mbandi ascended the throne of Ndongo. But his reign was dark. Driven by insecurity, he grew paranoid. His eyes turned even to his own blood. One night, under the veil of a storm, Nzinga was summoned by her brother. "You will never threaten my throne, Nzinga," he spat, the wine heavy on his breath. "I am your sister," she replied calmly. "And that is your curse," he roared. He ordered his soldiers to kill Nzinga's newborn son, fearing the child might one day claim the throne. In the dead of night, the boy was stolen from her, his cries swallowed by the storm. Nzinga was crushed, her heart bleeding, but she did not shed tears in public. Instead, she knelt by the river and swore an oath to the gods. "My womb may have been emptied by treachery, but my spirit will birth a kingdom." Ngola Mbandi's violence extended beyond family. His brutal governance weakened Ndongo, making it ripe for foreign powers. The Portuguese lurked, hungry for land, slaves, and riches. Eventually, Nzinga was exiled from the court, an act of mercy compared to death. She wandered, gathering loyalists, warriors, and even former slaves. Her reputation grew. A woman of steel, a lioness of Ndongo. But then fate turned. Ngola Mbandi's leadership collapsed the kingdom. His people revolted, his allies deserted him, and in his despair, he poisoned himself. Some said he was driven mad by the ghost of Nzinga's dead son. When Nzinga returned, there was no brother, only a throne stained with blood and shame. But the elders hesitated. "A woman cannot rule," they protested. Nzinga stood before them in battle armor, her voice like thunder. "Did a man save you from the Portuguese? Did a man protect you from starvation? I have no brother, only subjects." She was crowned Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba, the first woman to hold such power in that land. Nzinga's reign began with diplomacy. She met with Portuguese envoys in Luanda to negotiate peace. When she entered the hall, all men sat, but no chair was offered to her. The Portuguese intended to humiliate her. Nzinga smiled, then signaled to one of her guards. He immediately went on all fours, forming a human chair. She sat on his back, her posture regal, her eyes unwavering. "If you deny me a seat," she declared, "I will make one from loyalty." The Portuguese, stunned, respected her cunning. Yet, peace was a mirage. The Portuguese broke treaties, pushed into her lands, and captured her people as slaves. Nzinga took up arms. For years, Nzinga fought not just as a ruler, but as a general. She donned iron armor, rode into battle on horseback, and wielded a spear as though it was an extension of her soul. Her armies included men, women, even escaped slaves who saw her as a symbol of freedom. She formed alliances with neighboring kingdoms, even converted to Christianity briefly, adopting the name Ana de Souza Nzinga to gain Portuguese favor. But only as a strategy. Nzinga was not just fighting invaders, she was fighting the shadow of her brother, Ngola Mbandi, whose betrayal had cast a curse on her reign. She vowed never to trust blood ties blindly again. Years into her rule, an old woman came to her court, a former maid from the palace, who whispered, "Your son did not die that night." The soldiers lied to Ngola Mbandi to please him. They spared the child, who lives as a common fisherman near the river. Shocked, Nzinga rode to the river, where she met a man tall, fierce-eyed, with her late husband's features. "Are you my mother?" he asked. Nzinga wept for the first time in decades. She embraced her son, but feared introducing him to the court. "Blood is a dangerous thing," she whispered. "I have killed brothers, betrayed cousins. Will you betray me too?" Her son looked at her with a humble smile. "I have only caught fish all my life. I seek no throne, only to know the woman whose strength is sung across rivers." Nzinga made him a general, not an heir, for she believed that a legacy is not who inherits power, but who continues. Nzinga fought into her 60s, outliving many enemies. She finally brokered peace with the Portuguese, ensuring that her people were safe from enslavement. Before her death, she gathered her commanders and said, "Power is not given, it is seized, defended, and respected. And blood, whether of kin or enemy, is the price of a throne. But let no ruler bathe in it so deep that they drown." Nzinga died an old queen, undefeated in spirit. Her story became legend, not just of war, but of survival against family violence, betrayal, and the weight of gender expectations. In Angola today, her name echoes as the woman who refused to kneel, not before her brother, not before colonizers, and not before fate. They say that on stormy nights by the Kwanza River, if you listen closely, you'll hear a woman's voice whisper, "I am Nzinga. My blood built a kingdom, and still, I rise."